അപ്പൊ
Always a
തുടങ്ങല്ലേ?
pleasure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pointless now. It's just you have to find a way to accept it and move on, I guess.
There.
Are you going to cry?
For those of you that keep saying that, how are you not like you're balancing everything so beautifully? I'm not. I am a huge mess. Look no further, baby girl. I'm right here.
Exactly. She always offers.
I am currently the only constant man in her life.
Yeah, whenever I'm saying about marriage, she'll be like, why do you need a man?
I'm right here. Can you stop? I'll put on a mustache.
പിന്നെ when men use it as a ഒരുമാതിരി തെറി പറയുന്നല്ലോ ഇവള് മറ്റേതാ
Feminist.
and come home and be like
അമ്മ എനിക്ക് നാളെ ഒരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട് അമ്മ.
And the men in the comment section.
Life is a crash course. No grades, no rules, just lessons from the ride.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Reshma and Shazia, for joining us today.
no worries. Thank you for having us.
അപ്പൊ
Always a
തുടങ്ങല്ലേ?
pleasure. Yeah.
Okay. So we always start with some self-reflection, and I'm gonna throw some spotlight on you.
Give us a mirror.
In your own words, Shazia, ആരാണ് Shazia? What is your story?
Call me. Okay, so everyone knows me as that anime mom on Instagram. If you've met me in person, you know that my personality and my page are literally the same.
I kind of agree.
So who am I as a person? I am a millennial, first of all. I create a lot of cosplay content. My whole personality is between anime, brown girl content, hanging out with my gal pals, and basically it's just I dip my toes in everything. I don't go by the the whole title that when you're a creator that you should have a specific niche. I'm like, yes, screw that. അതിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമൊന്നുമില്ല, ഞാൻ എല്ലാത്തിനും പോയി കാലിടും. That's who I am.
You did talk about girl pals, so I'll come to you. Same question,
One of
Reshma.
my favorites.
ആരാണ് Reshma? What is your story?
I don't
I get that a lot.
I am
Your future cool
yeah
aunt.
your future cool aunt, but I'm future life, current cool aunt. I'm slowly getting into that.
Getting there.
Yeah, getting into that phase. People are friends have started having babies and ഒരു പ്രായമായല്ലേ
Stop revealing our age. We're not that old, guys.
പ്രായം പറഞ്ഞില്ല. And again, yeah, we both have similar kind of content, like we both do skits and brown girl based stuff. I used to do a lot of mom skits and stuff, which obviously
Yeah.
but she put the correct
I kind of miss it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of people say that, but it's just at that time I thought that was my niche and I used to make only mom content. Then I felt like, okay, I want to do more things. I don't want to be limited to that.
Right.
And so I'm just someone who's
Exploring.
rediscovering who she is right now.
That's nice. So, since you're together and you are a lot favorite to each other, I want to know how this happened. Like, how are you so important to each other? How did this whole equation happen?
I will tell. Go for it.
So I was a huge fan, obviously, to that anime mom. She was this cool person on TikTok. Like, I started following her on TikTok first. She was just so cool to me, And she's mom, because we have an idea of what an Indian Malayali mother is supposed to be like. I mean, she was just breaking all expectations and her content, and she was doing anime cosplays. Like, I've never met a Malayali who's doing cosplay. So I was just in so much awe. And the thing is, ended content it slowly started blowing up. And I was, and the thing is, I would always see her, hanging out with Mariam and all these people, and I used to be like, I also want to hang but I was, she's never going to notice me. Because I did not think I would like reach anywhere in that level. I was like, she's never going to notice me. She's like way up there. But then I had to go see Mariam for something, and she was hanging out with her on the same day, and I was just like,
ഇതും country കൂതറയാണല്ലേ
That day, ഭയങ്കര ജാടയായിരുന്നു. She was like, hi, Reshma? And I was like,
dude, I am the most jadaless person.
yeah,
Okay?
I know, but like the first time she was hanging out with other like Belly creators, and I was just there, and she was just like, hi, Reshma? Okay, yeah, nice to meet you. And I was like,
You know, one thing I remember that day, I remember I was having fresh orange juice.
Okay.
And it's really bitter. It was not with any sugar or something. So I was drinking that. She's like, they say that you can't trust anyone who has fresh orange juice. I remember you saying, and I'm like, really? I love orange juice. We were walking in Box Park.
yeah, we walk in
I
Box
remember we
Park.
were walking in Box Park.
And then that day it was just when I left, like, whatever I had to do, I left. And then she just, we would text on Instagram and stuff. And
we
then
would
she-
hit on each other, technically.
and
Still do.
And then one day she just said, you want to go out for dinner with her and her husband? And I was like,
You ran up to me.
I was so excited, but I had to be like, be cool, be cool. and then after we went for dinner, we went to her place. We were just watching a movie, and then just the beginning of a great friendship. And we went for Comic-Con together.
Oh my god. For those of you that don't know, my number one Comic-Con partner, literally, I will not go with anyone but her. I remember, I think on the second time we were going, the second year, she was like, Shazia, I don't want to come. I'm like, no, Reshma, you have to come. I cannot go with anyone else. You have to be the
The first time we didn't stay, no? First
We didn't
time,
stay. We
yeah.
went.
One thing we went only one day or something.
We went only one day, I
Yeah.
believe. No, we went. We stayed. We stayed at that hotel.
Where did we?
booked. You remember we took a cab from your place?
Yeah.
Munnu time.
Oh,
Boy, taxi. And we stayed that night and we sat outside the hotel.
Costco പോകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് വലിയ suitcase ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ടാണ്
Costumes
പോകുന്നത് because
ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട്.
everything has to be
Yeah.
there, no? So
Yes,
we were planning to take a bus and we were like, bus.
Too much to carry.
Yeah. We were like, എന്നാ പിന്നെ cab Because we started going for a con here in Dubai, and then we were like, okay.
Popcorn!
Yeah, we went for popcorn
Oh my
first, and it was
God.
I've never cosplayed before, so it's with her her wigs, her costume, and
We went with Zishan. I dressed you up as Mahi too, I remember.
And then we went to Abu Dhabi and we stayed together. And it was
Oh my
just-
god, it was so good.
So good.
And I was like, dude, this is so much fun. We have to do this again. And then after that, constantly, every
kept
year,
doing it.
Yeah.
ride or die. I'm like, you're there, I'm coming. And the next year,
Because-
both of us were ambassadors as
Yeah,
well.
because when it's both of us, we don't have to worry about like someone who's not into this. We'll have to constantly worry about what
What
they're
they
thinking.
think.
If they are bored, we can run around and go look at this. We can pull each other to any corner of the con and stay for how many hours,
Yeah.
and it's not an issue because we both love it so much. So
So let's address the elephant in the room. How did anime happen to the both of you?
Anime was always
There.
there. We
Kochilai
both are
Kochilai
little bit.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
both are little bit over fictional men.
yes.
Real men, okay. Fictional men, yes.
Yeah, I think like ഒരു 9-10 വയസ്സ് തൊട്ട് I've been watching anime, so
Same.
it's just part of life now.
Anime is not an elephant to me. Anime is not the elephant in the room. Reality is the elephant. Screw reality. I dash in India.
But you've been obsessed with it since childhood.
Yeah, from
Do
the
you
age of
have
11.
like a happy memory with associated to anime?
Of course, all my happy memories are associated with anime. Anime men.
As a child.
As a child, maybe, yeah. Something that
I mean,
stuck with
the
you.
stuff that I watched as a child is probably not
Naruto?
No, Ginger.
Oh, the ginger romantic. I mean,
So
it's
yeah.
more so, it's I wouldn't say it's a memory or something. It's more so that, you know, people still call anime cartoons. If it's like anime, only cartoon, like it's not like that. You watch cartoons and then when you watch anime, there's a sort of relatability you get.
Okay.
And other like anime, growing up in a brown household with all the generational trauma, like, you know, it silences all of that. So for me, that was a very huge escape, and it was also like it was very easing for my mind and for my heart. So for me,
You
that
found
was the
comfort.
I found a lot of comfort in fiction. I still do. That 11-year-old girl has not gone anywhere. But it was a very good escape, and it was so comforting for me.
Shazia, we'll come to the same topic. As in, you did address the fact that you are a mom. Okay? You're breaking barriers like this is extraordinary for a brown girl for what you do.
Thank
so and you're juggling multiple roles, not just the anime fact, not just the content creator. Recently you took up a corporate gig also. Like 9 to 5 only, I am dying. I don't know how she does this. Plus being a mom.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Let me tell you one thing for those of you that keep saying that, how are you not like, you're balancing everything so beautifully? I'm not. I am a huge mess. But
She's very imbalanced.
I'm very imbalanced. Very true. The thing is, in my head, like I've already understood that ella ingane perfect aayittu cheyan pettilla. It is impossible. So at some point, some days I will be good at my job. I will probably not be a perfect parent and not be the perfect friend because I'm not there for any of the things that is happening. On some days, I will be horrible at my job, but I will be able to come home and create classic content with my friends. On some days, I'm coming home from a job and I have enough time to spend with my daughter. So it's just every day, it's just one by one. I'm just trying to do everything, എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് ഒപ്പിക്കാനാണ് നോക്കുന്നത്. But it's not easy. It's very hard. On top of that, trying to fulfill all roles, and as a content creator especially, people have this very glazed version of how things are. എല്ലാവരും വിചാരിക്കും ഇവളെല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. I am, true, but it's not easy. It comes with its own hurdles. ഇവളെന്നെ കാണുമ്പോൾ, like, I barely see her. Like, I barely see this girl. And, sometimes once in a while I'll mess with her. Like, Reshma, I miss you. I miss hanging out with you. Like, I send this to all my friends. I miss you. നമുക്ക് കാണാം. It's just, I just take it day by day. And some days it's very overwhelming also.
So I'll continue the topic with you. You are also handling multiple roles. You do have a corporate gig. You are reviving your content creation journey. You are into anime.
Is the term.
Yeah. So how do you feel? How is it being a millennial and trying to balance everything? Is it working out for you, or are you getting it?
I think I'm very grateful that I'm not married or have a child, because I don't know how I would be able to go to my job and come home and be like, Amma, എനിക്ക് നാളെ ഒരു project ഉണ്ട് അമ്മ. Like, so I'm just, when I see the women around me doing these things, I'm like, I have no idea, because all I want to do when I come home is just crash on the bed and not think about, just doom scroll for 3 hours and then think, oh, food eknale.
So I think there's a certain beauty to that, as much as like whatever Reshma said, like I completely agree with her. I don't think every person or every woman for that matter has to aspire to do all these things in one shot.
Yeah.
You can literally, as our baby Sugar said, it's okay if you don't have a dream. You don't always have to aspire to be someone great. You can have a normal, regular life, and that can still be beautiful the way it is. Having this whole like, oh, I want to do this. And people who sometimes look at that, they feel a little bit like, oh, but I'm not like that. It's okay. You are you. There is no one like you. Just be you. Other than like, even if you're going and working and coming back, and even if it's just like how she said crashing, I think that's actually beautiful. Man, I wish I could do that.
No, that's another thing. Is like, I like my 9 to 5 job. Okay, it's a there's a term, lazy girl job. It's like, I'll just do. I'm not aspiring to climb the corporate ladder and become a CEO or anything. It's a admin role, and I'm getting paid pretty okay, so I can take care of all of my own things, and I like going to work. I like going to the office and dressing up and just going there and tacking on my keyboard. Like, I see all these there's a certain type of content that's out there, like, if this, I could never do a 9 to 5 job. I could never go to the office every day. Like, we should all just, like, we should leave this behind and travel the world. Some people like this, and it's okay. Like, not everybody has to be an entrepreneur or a full-time content creator. Ellada vicharam, like, videos ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ കാശ് ഇങ്ങനെ വാരി ഒരു nobody anybody. Okay, and it's just I like it. It's okay to tell people, young people, that even if this is your thing, if you want to, like, go to an office every day till you're 60, that's also fine, man. It's okay.
I think it has come to a place where we need to normalize normal life.
Yeah.
It's so over-decorated.
Extraordinary life ജീവിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, then nothing is extraordinary. Everything is
ordinary.
Everything has to be above and beyond. Otherwise, like, you cannot be a normal person anymore.
There's nothing called underachievement, overachievement. It's just
എനിക്ക്
achievement.
സാധാരണ ജീവിക്കണം.
But again, Shazia, how do you do this as a mom? Because I understand Like, it takes a separate whole level of patience to have a child and to deal with the child on a daily basis.
10,000%.
Yeah.
10,000%.
So, how has this affected you? Like, do you get a me time for yourself? Have you thought about a me time in a very long time?
My me time is when I hang out with my girls
Friends.
or my friends. Literally, that is my me time. Or when I'm watching anime. That is my me time. And I get my me time actually. ഉറക്കം പോന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ. So,
She's a night owl.
yeah, because I got a job now, that is also night owl ആവാൻ പറ്റില്ലല്ലോ. If I sleep at 1, I have to get up at 5 because 5 o'clock is when I have to start getting ready to reach my office at 7:30. But my me time is mainly when I spend time with my friends. So, or actually when I'm just sitting on the couch and literally just doom scrolling. That is also my me time. There are certain moments of peace in all of this, like sometimes when my husband and my daughter, they go to bed, it'll just be me. And I will wait for them. I'll be like, "Ponille, onni po." I'll go sit on the couch. I'll switch off all the lights. It's a beautiful picture, that I've painted in my head. And there's one lamp by the couch where I will sit. One of my cats will be there with me, and I will just doom scroll quietly, or I will watch
Also,
something, or I
her
will be reading a
husband
book.
is very cool, okay?
Yeah?
He's very involved. He's just this, he's a very cool guy. Like, I can find her husband is like,
I think you've kept both husband and child.
I've kept them
very
very
private,
private.
yeah.
I don't put them up on social media. I
At all.
don't talk about them
Yeah.
at all, because there was a point when I used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then people, like, again, content creation, like, they say that, if you're in public eye, you have to get ready for criticism. Why? I'm putting my life out there not for you to give me shit about it. You want to appreciate it, otherwise
Scroll away.
yeah, don't tell her what, don't tell us what to do.
don't tell me what to do. Okay, just get lost.
Yeah.
So, because of a lot of hatred I got on that, like, എൻ്റെ മോളെ പറ്റി സംസാരിച്ച്, എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവിനെ പറ്റി സംസാരിച്ച്, നിന്റെ ഭർത്താവ് എങ്ങനെ ഇതെല്ലാം വിടുന്നു, നിന്റെ ഭർത്താവ്ക്ക് ഇതൊന്നും അറിയില്ലേ? More so now that I've not put them in the limelight, now people are asking me, are you divorced? And I'm like,
Why would you assume that?
why are these assumptions coming up? There is literally a search on TikTok. Anime mom husband, anime mom divorced. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
People I know will be like, Shazia, divorce. I was like, what? I was like, what is this insider information that you're asking for? TMZ from Dubai.
But how is he as a husband? Have you had hands-on help? And
He's an amazing person. Like, the thing is, again, Reshma knows this. As someone who even doesn't believe in the concept of marriage, if marriage actually existed in my dictionary, it's only because of him. Because at least from the age of like 17, 18, I knew, like, kalyanam vanda. And ഞാൻ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കൂല. I will never get married. I don't want to get married. You grow up in a society, especially as a millennial, you grow up seeing women around you, just living examples around you, struggling, compromising on so much. And then you're like, why? I love myself too much to put me through this. And that was the idea that I had, that I will be happy by myself. And, I don't need this. And then, ironically, this happened. Okay.
was it like love marriage or arranged
No,
marriage?
it was
Arranged,
very much,
properly
you
arranged.
were very much forced and arranged,
Okay.
but kind of backfired for everyone except me.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, which is a good thing. It definitely
God.
worked in my favor.
Yeah.
And it's so ironic, I always think that God played a very funny joke on me. He was like, you don't want
Not
to get
on
married.
you, on your parents.
No, on me also, because I was like, yeah, God, I'm good. We ain't getting married. Here's the reason for your freedom. And it's a man.
No, the ideal man.
The ideal man. But he is amazing. Like, I always say this to people, like, I became a mother after I had my daughter. He was a father way before Laila came into the picture. That man was born to be a dad. He is the best father ever. Like, the way he takes care of not just her, even me. I'm a very well-known misandrist as well. I am merciless against
come to
men.
that.
I am merciless when it comes to men. So when men actually prove me wrong, that's when I'm like, okay, that's a good man. So he's a very good man. If it weren't for him, like, so many of the things that I'm doing today, my life would have been completely different.
Since you're already talking about marriage and love as a topic, how is your idea of, I know you're scared. I mean, I do get that. But how is, it's not the same as when you are a child. When you are a child, it's more of, oh, why no, oh, premam. It's a lot more innocent that way. I mean, it's a lot more innocent than, once we grow up.
Yeah.
Then we start overthinking. There's a lot more
Reality hits.
questions. Yeah. So how has the concept of both love and friendships changed for you over the years?
Friendship has always been very solid for me. But love, the thing is, no, ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും പഴയ ഭയങ്കര തന്നെയാണ്. I know it sounds so silly, especially nowadays. Like you see the kind of men people, like women go on dates and then they have these story times and you're like, oh my god, what is this, bro? Like, but I still have this thing that I will find that love story that I'm so excited to talk about, and then this man who's going to. I know it seems so silly. Like
It's not.
I know.
If I trust me, there are good men out there. They are capable. Okay, it's not that they're not. അവർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ താല്പര്യമില്ല. This has become a man-hating podcast.
All men have become baby girls. Like they want to be taken care of.
Okay, princess, let me take care of you.
So it's just so like I would obviously someday want to meet someone who I can like put all these walls down with. But I'm very, because I'm very a little old school in the way that if ever I fall in love, I become very submissive, and that ആള് പറയുന്ന കേൾക്കും, and like എനിക്ക് and I will turn myself or change myself because if it'll make them happy. So if it's not a good man, then it can ruin my life. But if it's a good person, and even if I do change myself, I won't have to change myself much, but he'll accept me for who I am, and it'll not take a lot for me to be happy. So that is my fear, that I shouldn't find out too late that this person is actually a little twisted and I can't leave, because I'll be like, it's okay, I'll make it work, and adjust to like, because I will adjust, because I'm that kind of a person. So I'm trying to, draw boundaries and all that stuff. That's and maybe put myself out there a little bit more, because again, that you have to start talking to strangers and figure out what's happening. And people are getting murdered, getting married to strangers. I'm like, I don't know.
Look no further, baby girl, I'm right here.
Exactly. She always offers.
I am currently the only constant man in her life.
Yeah, whenever I'm saying about marriage, she'll be like, why do you need a man?
I'm right here.
Can you stop?
I'll put on a mustache. What more do you need? Oops, sorry.
But has it gotten more difficult to actually connect with real people?
Yes, it has. I mean, especially nowadays, like, everyone has 2-3 accounts. നമ്മൾ ഓൺലൈൻ കാണുന്ന ഒരാളുടെയും ശരിക്കുള്ള സ്വഭാവം ആയിരിക്കത്തില്ല. It's just, I don't know. And then thing is, now I'm also on matrimonial sites, right? So my parents will send all these people, and I'll be like, ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ സ്നേഹിക്കും. എനിക്കൊന്ന് കണ്ട ഒരു ഉമ്മ വെക്കാൻ തോന്നുന്നൊരു മോനെ വേണ്ട.
I've asked this question to my sister, okay?
I've said this.
I have so many matrimony stories popping up. So
I know it seems shallow, but then I'm like, just a little bit
matching. I think after years of men being shallow, we now have the divine right to be shallow to them as well. Okay, screw that.
So Amma is like, Amma is like, എന്തൊരു പ്രശ്നം. So I know, like first of all, എനിക്ക് കാണുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അങ്ങനെ തോന്നാം.
I mean, it's your husband. You
Exactly.
have the right to
I have to be attracted to this man. He's going to lose his hair and have a belly and all that in like 10-20 years.
10-20? Oh my god, give it 2 years.
So I should still be, hey, Jimmy does it.
He does!
Okay, but not that much, no. You've seen some of the Indian men.
No, I've already told him, I'm like, listen, Lila's getting older. We have to look like a MILF and a DILF. By the time she reaches her teenage, her friends should be like, oh my god, is that your mom? Oh my god, is that your dad?
Yeah, exactly.
That is the kind of impression I want.
So you did touch upon misandrism. So we'll address both misandrism and feminism.
Okay, wow.
Let's do it.
Okay, Prapti.
Feminism as a concept is so misunderstood. Yes. Like, it's so taken out of context. Yeah. And men don't understand that they need to be a feminist because we are speaking for them also. It's a concept for everybody. It's not like one mahababa to be a feminist when you understand the concept and what it means. Yeah. So again, what is your opinion on feminism?
Obviously, it's very important. It's the funny
Like,
thing is,
let's just address the basics.
yeah, the funny thing is, especially women, when they're like, when you ask them if they're a feminist, no, I mean, like, I don't like that word, I believe in equality. I was like, babe, that is what
What
feminism
equality?
is.
That is what
Oh my
feminism
God.
is.
It's just feminism. Feminine. They're like, it is about, no. We don't want, it's like, I mean, misandrists do. They think that women are more important and all men should die. But
I'm coming for all of you.
but like feminism as a concept is that everybody should have equal opportunities. It's not even in the physical sense, because aanangal chela there are this toxic, it's like, and can I punch you in the face? It's not
the same
about
thing.
physical this thing. Okay, we know that men are more physically powerful and we can be overpowered. It's not about that. It's about intellectual opportunities. It's about that we both should be able to get the equal pay, and one gender should not be able to not get opportunities because they are female. So that's the whole concept, and it just pisses me off. Pinne when men use it as a ഒരുമാതിരി തെറി പറയുന്നത്, "ഏയ് ഇവള് മറ്റേ
Feminist, yeah.
feminist ആണ്. നീ so that's it. So it's like that's how you, when you're talking to a new guy, that's how you see if it's a red flag. Throw that word out there and see how they react. If they're like, it's a bomb, then they're like, "Ugh."
The easiest way is to ask them, did you like the new Barbie movie? The number of men I have clocked on that.
Or what do you think about 22 female content?
Like, for me, it's like as Reshma said, like the intellectual, like, things as well. But so many people don't know that the current society, the current world we live in is patriarchal. Everything supports patriarchy. And the moment you say that, Olympics, I'm like, okay, how many women?
did it start?
Like, you talk even about sports when it comes to women. Now there is football for women. Now there is cricket for women. I'm a millennial, dude. I've seen this whole drastic change. I've seen all of this happening. And like, how much ever you try to educate, there are still these group of people, and I'm not even talking about men. There are women as well who say that, oh, I'm not a feminist, I'm a trad wife. Honey, you are a trad wife now because feminism has allowed you to have that option.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying, and that is why sorry for cutting you off. It's a dark joke that I put that, I'm a misandrist, because you say feminism, feminism, okay, fine, I will be a misandrist then, and I will call you out on your bullshit. Hate me if you want. No worries.
Let's talk about misandrism now. What does the concept means, and what is your opinion regarding the concept?
See, I first of all use misandry as dark humor, the same way men use misogyny in their favor. So they're like, oh, I'm not a misogynist, I don't mind if I allow my wife. I'm like, oh, you allow her. So that means she needs your permission. So that means you have authority over her. Okay. Okay. In that case, I'm a misandrist. So misandrism is literally the opposite, the their opposite of misogyny.
Yeah.
Like, who think that misogyny is like basically men who think that women have to be, treated a specific way, that they shouldn't be given these kind of privileges. Basically the extreme hate of the female gender, the feminine gender. Misandrism, hate of the male gender, which
is valid.
very valid. The thing is, the reason I say misandrism is because I have met good men. I have so many good men as friends. And these are men who actually, it's not about like, chivalry, like, pulling out a chair, or like, making you walk on the left side. That is all the bare minimum.
Yeah.
These good men that I have met, they will fight for women. They will not just be people who open the door for you. Like, if someone, like, I've seen men in my comment section, even if I'm doing a cosplay, which is maybe a little bit revealing, there will be men talking about, they'll be objectifying me. And these friends of mine will go fight them. These men will call me, they'll check on me. They're like, are you okay? Please don't take it like this. And even if they want to say you're beautiful, they're like, you look beautiful. It's not like, oh, you're looking sexy as fuck. Or like, sorry, cut that out. Like, it's not in a very objectifying way. They treat you with respect. Yeah. My man is also a very, very good example of that. The thing is, whenever I say feminism, he's like, sherry. But he is like, there are men who understand this concept. So if
Through
they-
actions,
through
not
actions.
words,
And
yeah.
if I have seen men like this, then I know that men are capable of
Yeah.
being good men. Men who understand the concept of feminism, men who understand that currently we're living in a patriarchal society. Women are being targeted every single, in every single part of the world. Men like that exist, and I know men are capable of understanding this. That is why when men don't do that, I'm like, yeah, I'm a misunderstood. പണി നോക്ക് നീ.
In you.
നീ എന്ത് ചെയ്യൂടാ?
And I think the kind of celebration that happens when one woman comes in the
Targeted. Yeah.
spotlight, in a negative spotlight, it's celebrated so much that a rapist does not get the same poetic justice.
Yeah, that's
Like-
what we are
like-
seeing that happen right
yeah.
now. Camera off, ayo. Either sound it. Yeah.
I mean, the kind of memes, the disgusting memes, the kind of words that are coming out of people's mouth is utterly disgusting and disappointing to be, put out there. So, what I understand is people don't really understand what is happening, or they don't want to understand.
They don't want to.
I am pretty sure every girl who I know, including me, has gone through something or has somebody who has been through something.
10,000%.
So if you are even open to talking to somebody about this, you wouldn't be putting out shit like this on these platforms.
No.
Because women are not safe in many countries. I'm not just talking about India. Women are not safe in many countries. And
around the world.
around the world.
There is
And
no woman safe. No
it
woman
takes
safe.
a lot of guts for somebody to come up and speak.
Yeah.
Okay, and when things like this pop up online, that too in a massive volume, even people who want to say something is automatically silenced.
Yeah.
What if I am taken in the wrong light? Nobody will back me up. Nobody will. This is why nobody spoke up for a very long time.
Yeah.
Now people are trying to speak up, but because things like this are happening around the world, people go back into silence.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I don't think, I mean, I hope women don't, like what's happening right now online, I hope women don't take that and think, okay, I can't talk about this anymore, I have to be silent. I mean, obviously go to the police instead of posting online first, because the judge and jury is not the audience. It's about how anything can be portrayed in a different way. So obviously go to the cops first if you have solid evidence. But the thing is, solid evidence to polum criminals are getting away.
And
You
not
can
just
show
that.
them. Yeah.
I mean, if I will talk from my perspective. If you have been there, your first reaction is shock.
To freeze.
Yeah. Did it happen to me? What
Yeah.
just happened to me? Did it
This is
like?
അറിയാതെ
Am I overthinking?
Yeah.
അറിയാതെ സംഭവിച്ചതാണോ? Means അത് ചുമ്മാ
You're giving the
തട്ടിയതായിരിക്കും.
benefit of
Yeah.
doubt also, and then once it registers, you might have like probably even decades
Yeah.
once you realize what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh my God.
So it's a lot of misery that
That
people have been-
realization
Yeah.
that happened to you back then, and it's just that feeling that, oh my god, someone's hands had been on my body. It's just
There's no words to it.
But one man, because he took his own life, that is why this whole thing. And the thing is, they don't even care that the man died.
Right.
It's not
That's
about.
not the
They're
topic of
using that.
conversation.
They're using that as an
I mean, there
excuse
are
to go after
sensible
women.
people who are putting out relevant information
Yes,
on the platform. I'm not talking about them.
No.
I'm talking about the extremists.
They're just using this as an excuse to go after women. Like, it's legal in ബസ്സിൽ കയറാൻ പാടില്ല. And then, okay, നിങ്ങൾ വേറെ സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക് മാത്രമായിട്ടുള്ള ബസ്സസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കി സന്തോഷമുള്ളൂ. And then, like, we should make a separate section for men and women. Great, bro. Women want that.
Women want that.
They think this is a punishment. No. Everyone will celebrate.
Make our life easier, seriously.
Women drivers ഓടിക്കുന്ന ബസ്സസ് ഒക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ ഇറക്ക്, കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ഇനി ക്യാമറ പിടിച്ചോണ്ട് നടന്നോളാം, നിങ്ങൾ ആരും ബസ്സിൽ കയറണ്ട.
But it's so good. In one aspect, I feel like it's so good that social media is there to catch these things, because back in our time, it was not there.
Who had phones?
Who had phones or anything?
ആരോ തോണ്ടിന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ വീട്ടിൽ പോയത്, നീ എന്താ അടങ്ങി ഒതുങ്ങി നടക്കാന്ന് ഇരിക്കാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് വീട്ടിൽ കേൾക്കത്തുള്ളൂ.
It's always easy to blame, like,
Even now, വീഡിയോ എടുത്താൽ പോലും ഇറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് അവളെ കണ്ടില്ല, അവളെന്തിനാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഉടുപ്പിട്ടോണ്ട് അവിടെ ബസ്സിൽ കയറാൻ പോയത്. Very good. So there's always some idiot will be there in the comments. Like, you read the comment section and then it's just, you feel so, first of all, these are the thoughts that sometimes come into your own head. No? Even though if you've been assaulted or molested at some point, you think, is it because of me? Did I invite this hand on me? Like, is it something that I did? And then you read the comments and it's all these people who are saying the same things that your negative self is telling yourself, is telling you. And you're like, it's just, it's horrible.
Okay, so one of the most talked about things on your Instagram is faith
Yes.
and how close you are to Jesus.
Yes.
And I would like to talk about it. So how has faith changed you in ways recently? I'm sure there must have been. I mean, it is not always easy to be close to God or talking to God or like be fully like there all the time.
Yeah.
We're not perfect.
No.
So how has faith in general changed for you over the years? Like,
Okay, so I was an altar server and all when I was a child. Okay, choirl പാടുമായിരുന്നു. And I don't know this. Damn. I was very involved in the church. And then 11th, 12th college നാട്ടിലാണ് പഠിച്ചത്. അപ്പം നിന്നത് കോൺവെന്റ്സ് ഇതിൽ ഹോസ്റ്റലിലും കോളേജ് ആയിരുന്നാലും ഇറ്റ്സ് റൺ ബൈ ഫാദേഴ്സ്. So you know how sometimes priests and nuns will be the ones who destroy your faith, okay? Because especially hostel wardens എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് ഇതുപോലെ വൃത്തികെട്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഒരു പെണ്ണിനോട് പറയാനായിട്ട് ഇവർക്ക് പറ്റുമോ? നമ്മൾ ഈ ലോഹയെ ഉടുപ്പിട്ടിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് പറയുന്നത്? നിങ്ങൾ so I basically lost my faith at that after those 4-5 years of studying in Kerala. പിന്നെ ഒരു 10 years ഞാൻ കട്ട എത്തിയസ്റ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. എത്തിയസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ ദ തിങ്സ് ഐ വുഡ് സേ അഗേൻസ്റ്റ് റിലിജൻ, എസ്പെഷ്യലി മൈ റിലിജൻ, I wouldn't hesitate to talk about it. And in 2 years ago, I had this sort of an experience, and I felt very much the presence of God. And because I just decided I'll sit and pray one day. Like, it was a very happy day. Usually, നമുക്ക് ഭയങ്കര സങ്കടം തോന്നുമ്പോഴല്ലേ നമ്മൾ ദൈവത്തിനോട് ഞാൻ പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ച് നോക്കാറുണ്ട്. But this was a very happy day for me. And I was like, I don't know why. I was just sitting alone in my room. It was late at night, and I was like, I felt, let me just pray. The thing is, I forgot. I don't remember any of the prayers and everything. And I was just telling, okay, I'll just talk. And I was like, ഹായ് കർത്താവേ, കുറെ നാളായില്ലേ, ഒരുമാതിരി എക്സിനെ വിളിക്കുന്ന and I felt so much love, and it was like, it's not the kind of love that I can feel for myself. Like ഭയങ്കര overfilled ആയിട്ട് പോലത്തെ ഒരു feeling. And then I just knew it was not me. This is something else that's happening. And I prayed, and then I used to pray every day. I've prayed every day since then. And after 10 years, I'm going to church. I'm going to Mass in St. Mary's. Oh, it was such a, like, it was like, I was coming home. Like, and it's just the thing that it feels like God was waiting for me. Like, no matter how far I ran. And the thing is, it didn't even feel like I had to walk back to him. It was like, I turned around and looked.
He was right
and
there.
he was like,
Right there.
I was waiting. Let's go. That parable of the prodigal son.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel that is me. I am the prodigal daughter.
that's just beautiful.
So it's just like whenever I go for mass, like എനിക്ക് കുർബാനയ്ക്ക് മുമ്പത്തേക്ക് I cry now, like, and it's automatic. Like, it's not because I'm feeling sad, it's just I always feel that thing. Like, even when I pray, I feel that, and I feel very blessed for that, because ഞാൻ അമ്മയോട് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അമ്മ was like, it's because you're feeling the spirit. That is why it's a blessing to feel that way. I thought it's maybe guilt that I'm feeling, that ഇത്രയും നാളെ ഞാൻ മാറി എന്നിട്ട്, but it's so much easier now. It's not like my life has changed or become like, I've gotten the sudden big opportunities and a promotion.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that. But there's this quiet strength that you have knowing that God is with you, that Jesus is with you. Like, എന്ത് കാര്യമാണല്ലോ, like, കുഴപ്പമില്ല നോക്കിക്കോട്ടെ. Even especially with my love life, no, like, ഇത്രയും നാളും the people I've chosen based off of whatever shallow thing it was. Like, this year I was like, കർത്താവേ, ഞാനത് മൊത്തം നിനക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുക. I was like, if a man has to come into my life, I want you to work in a way that there's no doubt you were the one behind this man. Like, when I see him, when I hear the things he's saying, when I see his actions, I should be like, yes, God has sent this man to me. Allada ഞാനായിട്ട് with my like mortal thinking, it's not based. You send this. So it's like, I've handed that part
Amen.
over completely. I was like, Karnave,
अपने बना दी जोड़ी वाले
ചെറിയ ലിസ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് of all the characteristics I'm looking, but then obviously God knows better now.
Yeah.
And I was like, but you take care of this, because I am done all this while I have been the one looking, and they've all screwed me over. So now you take it. Take the wheel. ഈ ഫയൽ ഇന്ന് like Jesus take the wheel. I was like, "Netto, I'm vaccinated again.
That's beautiful. I think I've been like a God's child pale from very small prime. പക്ഷേ somewhere എവിടെയോ like there was a distance.
Yeah.
പക്ഷേ when I moved out of the house, when I'm on my own, even now, like I have a problem asking for help. Like എനിക്ക് ആരോടും ഒന്ന് വോയിസ് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്ത് എനിക്ക് ഇന്ന സാധനം ചെയ്ത് തരുമോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു കഴിവില്ല. I get that strength only there. ഞാൻ നേരെ ഇതൊന്ന് നോക്കിക്കോളെ വല്ലത് എന്തുവാന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല ഒന്ന് നോക്കിക്കോ. And if something goes wrong, I'm like ആകെ ഒരു കാര്യം ഒരാൾ നോക്കാൻ എന്തുവാ അവിടെ എന്തുവാ കംപ്ലൈന്റ് and then I was like sorry.
ഞാനൊന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല, കേട്ടിട്ടില്ല.
നമ്മുടെ അപ്പയോട് പറയുന്നല്ലോ, obviously sometimes when our own appa we can say, but then like, it's just you're so like, I feel like a 3-year-old child, when you're like holding on to your dad's like pants and walking, that's how like, it's like, and please കഷ്ടമുണ്ട്, ഞാൻ ചെറിയ കാര്യമല്ലേ ചോദിച്ചുള്ളൂ, എന്ത് ചെയ്തൊന്നുകൂടെ, എന്ത് ഒരു കുള്ളമുട്ടായി തരാം, ഒരു 50,000 നിർമ്മലേ ചോദിച്ചുള്ളൂ, എന്ത് കഷ്ടം.
Also, Shazia, for you, how has the concept of faith changed for you over the years?
Faith, this is a very deep topic for me. So, you grow up in a household having this whole ideology of religion that's being taught to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And at some point, you grow up and you start questioning things. So that is how it was for me. Like there are many beautiful parts of my faith that, Pernalde, like, some traditions and all that we do growing up and all, those are things that I still value up to this day. So, but then you grow up and when you have these doubts and, you ask, the only people you can turn to are your elders, the people who taught you anything and everything about religion. അവരുടെ അടുത്തെല്ലാം പോയി ഇങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ, and these will be very valid questions for someone to ask. അത് ചെയ്താൽ എന്തിനാ ഇങ്ങനെ തെറ്റായിട്ട് പറയുന്നത്, like why is it said that this is wrong in our holy book, like അതൊന്നും ചോദിക്കാനൊന്നും പാടില്ല, അത് തെറ്റാണെങ്കിൽ തെറ്റ്, don't question it. And I am a very curious person. എനിക്ക് ഇതിൻ്റെ ഉത്തരമെല്ലാം വേണം, like I want to know, and അത് ഇത്ര തെറ്റ് എന്തിനാന്ന്. And even if we do it, like, what are the consequences? Like, come on. Like, you have this I had this very demonized version of religion that was taught to me growing up. And ഒരു കാലത്ത് പിന്നെ നീ എന്താ തട്ടിടാത്തെ, നീ എന്താ ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, നീ എന്താ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, like I was like, my God, ഇതൊക്കെ എല്ലാം ചെയ്താൽ ഞാൻ ശരിക്കും നരകത്തിൽ പോവോ, ശരിക്കും എനിക്ക് ഇത്ര പണിഷ്മെന്റ് എല്ലാം കിട്ടുമോ ഏതല്ലോ. And because of that, I strayed away from religion. Now, again, when it comes to religion, personally, for me, faith is not something you can put just under one term. True. Whether it is Christianity, whether it is Islam, whether it is Buddhism, whether it is anything, Judaism. I don't think faith is something you can just put under one title. I think faith as a whole, at the end of the day, is being a good human being. And that is what I will always try to do throughout my life. As I പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. So recently, I think like someone in my family asked me, and the tattoos എല്ലാം കണ്ടിട്ട് ഇതെന്തോ കണ്ടിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, നീ ഇപ്പൊ ക്രിസ്ത്യാനി ആയോ? I was like what is this logic? Like, what does it matter what I believe? At the end of the day, ഞാനൊരു നല്ല മനുഷ്യനായ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Isn't it just good enough that I'm a good human being and that I care about other people?
And I think the relationship with God is very personal.
It's very personal. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ എൻ്റെ ലോജിക്കൽ സെൻസിനെ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഞാൻ ചിന്തിക്കുമ്പോൾ ലൈക്ക് ആൾക്കാർ പറയും, ഓ ഇതെല്ലാം ഹറാമാണ്, ഇതെല്ലാം ചെയ്ത് നീ നരകത്തിൽ പോ. ആൾക്കാരും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, അല്ല നീയല്ല ഇനി ചത്താലല്ല നിന്നെ കുളിപ്പിക്കാനൊന്നും പറ്റൂല, നിന്റെ ഇതിൽ ഫുൾ. I was like, ഞാൻ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്ന് ചാവുന്നത് ആരാ പറഞ്ഞത്? Like, who is saying these things? എന്നെ കുളിപ്പിക്കാൻ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ട്, അതൊന്നും പേടിക്കാനൊന്നുമില്ല. Like, people are so worried about these things in society, based on religion. And even like, നമ്മളുടെ കല്യാണത്തിനല്ലോ ഞാനെല്ലാം like, you hear these people കല്യാണത്തിൻ്റെ സമയം ലൈക്ക് they doing the nikah and everything, ആണുങ്ങളും പെണ്ണുങ്ങളെല്ലാം കല്യാണം കഴിച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ കുട്ടികളെല്ലാം ആവണം, പെണ്ണുങ്ങളെല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണം, അങ്ങനെ. I'm like, how is this related to religion, dude? Like, what are you talking about? If you're talking about religion, talk about being a good human being, talk about helping people in need, talk about the shit that's happening in the world and people not doing anything about it. Like, that is what qualifies for me as faith, And for me, ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കുറേ എല്ലാം പറയലുണ്ട്, ആൾക്കാരെല്ലാം ചോദിക്കും, നീ മുസ്ലിം ആണോ? I was like, I believe in God. Of course I do. If all these things, like gravity in itself, അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു കാൽക്കുലേഷൻ മോളിലും താഴെ if there was any difference, like either the world would implode or the universe would not exist. So for that to have that specific amount, for the world to have that much specific amount of gravity, there has to be the logical sense that there has to be a creator. There has to be someone who is taking charge of all this. 110% I believe in God. And for me, if I didn't believe in God, I would lose hope. And believe in God for me is believing in hope. So every time something was like, like, you know, it is a sense of hope, it is a sense of relief when you so I definitely believe in God. Religion in the perspective choichal, I will not put myself in that box anymore. I was born and raised Islam and Islam is the most പീസ്ഫുൾ റിലിജൻ. അത് ആൾക്കാരെല്ലാം കുറേ എല്ലാം വന്ന് എന്തൊക്കെയെല്ലാം ഹലാക്കാക്കി ഫുൾ പ്രശ്നമെല്ലാം ആക്കി സാമ്പാർ ഉണ്ടാക്കി. And I'm like, yeah, I'm subscribing from this whole conversation right now. But a lot of the beliefs and all that I have is still based on Islam itself. And I take the good things. A lot of the other things people will be like, അല്ല ഇതും കുഴപ്പന്നെയാണ്. കുഴപ്പമില്ല. അത് ഞാൻ അന്ന് പോകുമ്പോൾ പഠിച്ചവൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ if he tells, oh, you have tattoos, go to hell, I'll be like, okay, fine, masalama, I will go. അത് പഠിച്ചവൻ എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറയട്ടെ, നീ എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറയാൻ ആവശ്യമില്ല. That is my basic outlook when it comes to faith. Be a good human being. Help people in need. Be a good person, you know. You see something going wrong, stand up for that person and speak up. That is what qualifies as, you know, faith for me.
Even this sorry, when she was saying, no, go to hell, like even as growing up as a Christian, the thing about what they teach you is it's fear based.
It is fear mongering.
It's like, you know, എല്ലാ കാര്യത്തിലും നമ്മൾ നരകത്തിൽ പോകും, എപ്പോഴും സോറി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം, your existence itself is a big sin, like, you know, have to keep apologizing. And the thing is, when you rediscover, you read the Bible or you start praying and you discover that God is love in whatever religion it is. God is the epitome of love. Okay, he is forgiveness, he is kindness, he is the feeling, the emotion. He's not a mortal. Nammal vicharikkunna is like God won't forgive, but we think of it as
very humanized.
Yeah, that's what we think of it in human terms, because nammal humans in the ego, you know, avaru aa oru idu vechittu avaru shamikkathilla. God is love, and you know, so you don't understand. He is waiting for you. You know, at the end of the day, you're a good person. He's waiting to gather you and just take you away. That's, you know, so instead of teaching that, it's all about, no, you will go to hell. Ingana ee oru varayila thanne nadannillengil kolavagum naragathil po. It's like, instead of teaching that, teach them that God is love. That is why kids and, like, you know, the younger generation is turning away from the church, because nobody wants to deal with this much fear.
But I love that the younger generation questions a lot of
questions
things. We didn't have the freedom to do that. You know, so the fact that they're questioning a lot of things and finding answers and deciding things about when it comes to religion, when it comes to themselves, I think that is actually a big turnaround when it comes to the current generation. Correct. But I love that they have this whole privilege now to discover things when it comes to religion.
Also themselves. To walk away from it, you know, they're given the freedom to walk away. Fine, you discover for yourself, and then if this is right for you, come back, or else, you know, whatever it is. But as long as, you know, you're not hurting other people and you're not hurting yourself, and you have morals and everything, great.
And the thing is, you know, when you fearmonger religion to a child, that becomes part of their personality, not just in a religious sense. Like, you know, sorry, they do that not just in terms of religion anymore. They do that even, that becomes their personality. Ayo, sorry, ayo, I'm not, like, you raise that insecurity in them so much, and you know, that showcases in their life as they grow up. And then after a while, you know, like, you see that, you know, this person, they've become who they are because of what they were taught about based on religion. True. And, like, you know, that concept has changed now a lot, thank God. Like, seriously, thank you. And I love that concept has changed a lot now, that, you know, kids or even Gen Z these days, when it comes to rediscovering religion, they discover it on their own terms. And it's more of a spiritual, personal relationship now, rather than what was taught to us back then.
True. And talking about generational trauma, I think millennials as a generation, I think, stood like a wall.
I feel like we're the ones to, like, actually finally put that break in that cycle. Finally, you know, the self-awareness. Like, we're the most traumatized and most self-aware. I literally sent you that post. We're the most traumatized, but we've become the most self-aware. We'll take it and we'll call it out. Immediately, if I tell something, I'm like, no. no, wait, I will self-analyze for a bit. Like, even when it comes to anger, when it comes to certain things, if someone says something, you remember that whole argument we had about Henry Cavill? Oh, yeah. Like, it's so stupid that argument was. Like, even when there's an argument or anything, whether it's with my friends or with my partner, based on anything, now, Pandello, your reaction, like, my reaction would be like, I would break down, I would cry, I'm like, nobody loves me, everyone hates me, oh my God, why is everyone so mean to me? Now the perspective has changed in the sense that I will sit with it for a while. I will process it. I will talk to myself, I'll keep rewinding. I'm like, I'll try to go back to some kind of memory, why this is triggering me.
you.
To actually have the capacity to do that now, for me personally, it is so much growth as a person, because I was not like this during my teenage years, my early 20s. I was not this person. And to actually finally be able to do that, like, definitely, like, that break in trauma, we are the ones.
Yes.
We are the millennials.
Were you ever bullied as a child for your thoughts, for your appearances?
1000%.
I wasn't. I studied here. I was born and raised here. I didn't experience
I
anything.
was born and raised here as well. I was bullied, girl.
So I'll tell you about my experience. As a child, I was always chubby and a little like extra brown skinned, and I used to be picked on as like the ugly looking, the ugly duckling, the fat, was there throughout, and that shaped me as a very insecure person in my like teenager, early adulthood. And for a very long time, there is a self-sabotaging voice in my head. I am not good enough. I'm not good enough. And even now, like even with this whole podcasting thing, when it all started off, and even now, I'm like, like I have so much self-doubt before I even accomplish something. So now I tell myself it's okay to be delusional. So for Shazia, you said you've been bullied. So you might have had to unlearn a lot of things to heal yourself.
So much. I
So
think
what was that like for you?
Dude, like, you know this very well. Like, growing up itself, whether it was at home, whether it was at school, like, it was constantly about my looks, either about the way that I talk or the way that I laugh. And mind you, I had like a boy cut till like 11th grade, because my mom used to be like, take care and all that. So I grew up again seeing girls around me, dressing up beautifully, mudi ellam kattunnathu, ingane braid ചെയ്യുന്നത്, and I would be like, why the hell can I do that, And I was even mistaken for a boy at a theme park. Dude, that was so... I know it's funny right now when I say it, but back then that broke me, dude.
Yeah.
Because,
Because now you want that. You want to be.
I still am that.
She wants the androgynous this way now.
Watch me be the epitome of androgyny now.
Yeah.
I am. No, but see, I'm not saying that it was... As growing up as a little girl, you know, that affects your self-esteem. And it's not like I was given a lot of, how do you say, like, validation when I go home as well. So, പിന്നെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ബ്രൗൺ കോണത്തിൽ നീ എന്താ ഇത്ര കറുത്തിട്ട് വെയിലത്തിൽ പോയല്ല കറുത്തു പോവും, നീ എന്താ ഇത്ര മെലിഞ്ഞിട്ട്, നീ എന്താ ഇങ്ങനെ, നീ എന്താ അങ്ങനെ, നിന്റെ മുടി എന്താ ഇങ്ങനെ, നിന്റെ like so many things are opinions. And the thing is, in their head, which I understand, there's a certain, because I'm a parent as well, I understand in their head, they're like, my child should be the best. Every parent thinks that. I as a mom also, it comes. But I've like, for me, I've kind of learned that line to where a point it sounds like bullying. So that is where I draw the line. I'll be like, yeah, Molu, do your best. I'll tell her, do your best. Whatever you can, do your best. Even tomorrow you want to be a bus conductor, be the best bus conductor you can. I don't care what you do with your life. As long as you're happy and you're trying your best at what you do, that is more than enough. And dude, that validation that I didn't get as a child, that seeped into my teenage years. It seeped into my early 20s. And only after a certain time, after I actually got married, like, I slowly started feeling that, okay, maybe I am not that bad looking, or maybe I am pretty. Because boys in school never looked at me. There's literally that line in TikTok. Boys in school literally never looked at me. I was never... Forget first option, second option. I was never anyone's 10th option. Whilst everyone was getting their first kisses and all in school, I would always be the person on watch, hoping that, making sure no one barges into them. I was the security guy. I was literally the bouncer for these people. So, like, and then after a while I grew up, and then, like, my people, like, certain components in my life, they were like, you do know you're pretty, right? And I'm like, I'm not. And I also got this whole thing that I make people laugh. So I'm maybe not the prettiest one, but I know I'm the funniest one.
Yeah, this is my thing.
So-
I'm the intellect one. Maybe I'm not pretty, but I can.
You know, that's this kind of consolation you give yourself. I may not be pretty, but I know I'm funny.
Yeah.
So even for a very long time, if people didn't say I was pretty, if people said I was pretty, I was like, yeah, people said I'm funny. I'm like, wait, you think I'm funny? That was so much validation.
You
for me.
cannot believe it when they say you're pretty, but then like they laugh at something. You're like,
She made Andrew Garfield laugh. Okay. I will never forget that.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, like, you know, I think that realization that, okay, I am pretty and all came from, you know, certain people in my life. They're like, you do know you're pretty. And, you know, that yes, you as well, baby girl. Like, you know, when that validation came, then you start questioning. You're like, am I? Wait, I am. Me? Talking about me? And now I know I'm the stunning.
gorgeous.
I think I relate to this because I've gone through the same thing. My husband is. I don't think he has.
Wait, you're married?
Yeah, she has a baby.
What? I don't have a baby.
Wait, who? This is the baby that
It's
you
a friend's baby.
Girl, I thought you were in uni. I thought you were in uni.
No, are you?
Oh my god.
Married.
Can your man fight?
It's been 3 years actually. So he has helped me helped heal my inner child. Because I never thought I was pretty. I kulikade homeless side he'll say, oh, my wife no barnu verumbo So he has helped me heal myself in a way that now dressing up feels natural to me. Makeup feels exciting to me. ഇതൊന്നും എനിക്ക് പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കേ അല്ലായിരുന്നു. Like I was uncomfortable to even, you know, think this is not my ഇത് നന്ദു ഏരിയ അല്ല. That used to be my thing. But after getting married, after like being overshowered with love, I've learned to like love myself also in bits.
I think that is a missing component when it comes to, you know, trauma. Like, you know, people say that I'm doing this because I love you. That's not love. Like, you know, love, the way, you know, I've told this to so many people. You know, people say that parents' love is unconditional. Personally, for me, a child's love is unconditional. It's nere tirchitanu because I've realized that the amount of love you give a child, you get it tenfold back. Like, you know, you can be the worst parent and still that child will come to you only for validation. The child will come to you only for love. Why? Because that child loves you. And for me, my daughter is literally the one person I consider to love me unconditionally, including my husband and my cats. But it's primarily my daughter. Because no matter what happens at the end of the day, her I love you sorts everything that day.
Yeah.
Mama, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. You say that once to a child, that child will say 10 times to you. Growing up, you know, all of our parents say like, I love you, Mola, I love you, Mola, and all. At least I've never heard that. They'll just be like, you know, what I'm doing it out of love. Parents in the Desh and the parents in the Sneha. I'm like, bro, what kind of logic is that? Take that whack ass logic out of here. What is that? You get hurt, it's still tallu too. Who asked you to get hurt? Like, dude. Gravity. What am I supposed to do?
Even when they hit you, it's like, you know, ninne tallumbadeki ninne kal kudal vera.
How about I hit you and make you feel that?
I think they didn't know better. That's the
No,
only
that's what I
explanation.
don't hold them. The thing is, they didn't have the same privileges we have also when it comes to mental wellness and all that. So in that case, like even when it comes to my mom or my family, I'm grateful for everything that they've done. Was it easy being with them? Of course not. Do I forgive them for a lot of the things? Yes, a lot of the things I do, because at that point, they themselves didn't know better. They learned from the blueprint that was given to them. Whatever that was given to them, whatever they learned is what they passed on to us.
True.
We again had the privilege to actually sit and talk about these doubts, you know, with people, sit and raise these concerns, and then understand that, okay, this is not okay. We need to change this. To have that privilege is something that I'm very grateful for, to be fair. And that's why I always tell my mom, like, I'm very grateful for what you did. But yeah, you kind of fucked up in between as well.
And they always say that so they say that they're much better than their parents. So like,
I mean, we get that.
Yeah, like they tell us the horror that they went through. They're like, good lord, like, okay,
Isn't that abuse? It's like torture.
Since we are anyway talking about parents, you're very close to your mom and dad.
Love
Is-
your mom.
and even your content has been like, paved the way from there. How has your relationship evolved over the years with your
Oh,
parents?
it was a very long, hard road.
That recent video I saw, ഇവളിങ്ങനെ വെള്ളം ഒഴിക്കും. മോളെ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കണം കേട്ടോ. And then- രാവിലെ വെള്ളം ഒഴിക്കുമ്പോ.
That is the thing is, like teenage years, especially, my parents and I were always fighting. It was very dark, and like my father had told me that എനിക്ക് 12th 90% കിട്ടിയ എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള കോളേജിലേക്ക് വിടാന്ന്, and I wanted to go study in Bangalore. And I got 91%. I was the second rank in my school for commerce. And my dad was like, മോളെ എനിക്ക് പറ്റത്തില്ല, എനിക്ക് ടെൻഷൻ കാരണം നീ ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ പോയി എന്താ പഠിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് എനിക്ക് പറ്റത്തില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് അപ്പ പറയുന്ന. And I was so, because dude, അതുപോലെ ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചത്, okay, to get this.
Oh, why do we have similar
And it
experiences?
was so heartbreaking for me. And my college I did not study. Ellam like C barely pass ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചത്. I was like, I don't give it, like what is the point? Like,
Where did you do it? You did it here.
No, I did in Kuttikkanam in
Okay.
Kerala.
Naatla.
So I was like, എന്തിനാ പഠിച്ചിട്ടെന്തിനാ? You keep telling me that if you study whatever you want, you will get. But then you yourself have proven that that's false. So then why should I try? And obviously now, if I'd studied, it would have been good for me. But ആ സമയത്ത് ഒരു മാതിരി like
Rebellion.
Rage.
not just rebellion. It was like I was a പഠിപ്പിസ്റ്റ്. പക്ഷെ എൻ്റെ പഠിക്കാനുള്ള ഇത് പോയി. Like എനിക്ക്, I can't sit in front of a book. I can't read. I used to be able to mug up for hours. അതൊക്കെ that it died inside me, because like the thing that you should have done, you didn't do. And the thing is, that same college that I wanted to go to, they helped my brother get in there. And he didn't have marks. They were willing to pay for him to get in there. So it was, and the thing is, I remember walking into the college and my eyes are tearing up, because I was like, I could have had this. And then my dad was like, നിനക്ക് ഇത് വിടാറായില്ലേ? And because I'm emotional there, no? So it was like, ഇതിനെ പറ്റി ഓർത്ത് സങ്കടപ്പെട്ട് നിനക്ക് വിടാറായില്ലേ? I'm like, this is a little bit of my trauma, like let me just cry in a corner, it's okay. So from there we have obviously reached a point, they've gotten older, adonda avarku adi vekkanayittulla body is weaker, no, and they've become a lot more understanding, and enike ella karyangalappa parayan pattunnundu. I'm able to talk about almost everything under the sun to them. And the thing is, sometimes I wish that wasn't the case, because I see them getting older, and alkar's parents have started dying and stuff, no? So I'm just like, why did you have to get close to me now? Like, if I knew you could have been this cool, you should have done this like 10-15 years ago. How much time did we waste because you held on to this idea of what Indian parents should be? നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെ പിടിച്ചു വെച്ച് നടത്തണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് സമയം കളഞ്ഞത്? We could have had this great relationship for decades. But now I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not living with you. I'm coming once a year to see you. Who knows what will happen in between? I'm 30 days a year. That's all I get of cool parents. Like, it seems so unfair to me that, എനിക്ക് അവരെ കാണുമ്പോൾ, അതും ഓരോ തവണ കാണുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നമുക്ക് we can see them getting
see the
older.
difference.
Like, the neck is, wrinkles are വയ്യ, like, അപ്പയ്ക്ക് പണ്ടൊക്കെ എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്യാൻ ഇഷ്ടമായിരുന്നു. Now he's like, ഇത്തവണ ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, എനിക്ക് വയ്യ, എനിക്ക് ഇനി. And I see that, എനിക്ക് ചങ്ക് വരെ എടുക്കും അത് കാണുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക്. Then I'm like, what did you do? You wasted so much time, and you're the parents. I'm the child. I should not be the one who had emotional maturity. You should have had that. But it's pointless now. It's just, you have to find a way to accept it and move on, I guess.
There.
Are you going to cry? No! I'm so sorry.
ഞാൻ പെട്ടെന്ന് കരയിപ്പിച്ചല്ലോ. നീയും കരയുന്നുണ്ടോ?
ഇല്ല, എന്റെ ലെൻസ്
Okay.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്, break.
Are you okay? Oh my god.
ഇത് കട്ടി നമുക്ക് വയറിലാക്കാം. കട്ട് സീൻ.
Makeup.
No, but even I was kind of like,
Put the tissue into the corner.
even I was kind of like getting choked up with what you were saying, because you and I have had so many, similar experiences. Like this
Especially
whole,
when it comes to trauma.
like even this college thing that you were talking about, I wanted to go to Delhi. Let me tell this on. We can talk. Okay, I wanted to. My God, are you okay?
I'm fine.
No, so like even for me, like I wanted to go to Delhi and study fashion.
Oh,
I wanted to go to National Institute of Fashion
even I
Technology.
wanted to go to NIFT in Bangalore.
Oh my God! yeah, I ended up in Bangalore. No, but the thing is, because I've been raised by a single parent. Okay, like അപ്പൻ പാല് പോയി വാങ്ങാൻ അവന് തിരിച്ചു വന്നില്ല അത്ര. So like I remember my mom, like I was not a topper or anything, like, and again, I was a teacher's child, so I studied here. Sargent School, I studied here. My mom she's very well known, one of the, like, she was a supervisor HOD, and she was also a teacher of biology, and biology was my favorite subject. I was a science student. But when it came to studying, because now I realize they have a term called ADHD, which then back then they were like, "Alla nee pottathiya." So back then, like, studying was very hard for me in the sense that I couldn't mug up. And for me, as a person, as a child, when you're studying, I needed pictures, I needed illustrations and everything to understand what I'm studying. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ എനിക്കൊന്നും മനസ്സിലാവില്ല. So back then, like, I would my mom is a very good teacher as well. So when I studied biology from her, I didn't have to open my textbook. I was very fluent in biology. And even then, like, my bio marks would always be good, and like the rest of it, like, I was like, okay, it's like good. It was not bad, it was good. Like, 90 I got my 12th percentage was, my boards was 80. No, yours was university, right?
No, 12th.
12th. Mine was 80%. And I told my mom had this one, she used to teach in the boys section, upper boys and girls section. She used to teach in the boys section, and she had this one star student she would always talk about. She's like, oh, the answers. She would bring the answer sheets, and like she would like she would not discuss, she would tell, like, she would not show it to us obviously, but she would tell, അവനെല്ലാം എഴുതുന്നെല്ലാം കാണണം, ഞാനെല്ലാം സംസാരിക്കുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെ അവൻ എഴുതുന്നത്, നല്ല ഇലസ്ട്രേഷൻസും എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് പിന്നെ പിരാന്ത് പിടിച്ചു. I was like, ഞാൻ ഈ ചക്കനെ ഞാൻ റേസ് ചെയ്തത് എന്താ എനിക്ക് തരില്ല, എന്തോ എനിക്ക് തരാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. I was like, okay. And like, I remember asking, I think for one white gold, ഒരു tiny ring എന്തോ ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. And I remember mentioning to her many years, because dude, as a child, I was very interested in fashion. I used to watch FTV. Tablecloth എല്ലാം cut ചെയ്തിട്ട് I used to design clothes for my dolls, And I've made so many clothes like that. I used to draw it. I have so many drawings of outfits. I went for a fashion show competition, and I got an award for that. I designed a dress, and I got an award for that, and it was in Abu Dhabi. Shit, I forgot about that. And that much interested I was. And then to 12th, the grades came. I was the highest in bio. I was the topper of bio in the Gulf.
Oh.
Okay. I got 95 in biology. That boy got 80 something. I'll show you. And then she was like, she was very happy and all. And then I told her, mommy, that one ring. She's like, she got me some gold pendant. I was like, this is not what I asked for. എന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ പഠിത്തത്തിൻ്റെ കാര്യമെല്ലാം വന്നപ്പോൾ I was like, I want to go to Delhi. And she was like, അയ്യോ മോളെ, my brother was back then in Mangalore studying dentistry in Mangalore. She was like, അയ്യോ മോളെ, എൻ്റെ ഒരു കുട്ടി മാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ, ഒരാൾ ഡൽഹിയിൽ, ഞാൻ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് ഇവിടെ, എനിക്ക് പറ്റില്ല and all that. She was like, എന്നാ നീ ഇവിടെ പഠിച്ചോ? I was like, എന്നെ വിട്, ഞാൻ മംഗലാപുരത്ത് പോയി പഠിച്ചോളാം. I was like, I was interested in medicine technically, but I was like, okay, fine, I'll go study in Mangalore, because back then, you grow up in such a restricted child with school, tuitions, coming back, studying, no friends. I barely had friends in school. You come back to that, and then you're like, I just want to breathe, I want to leave. I went to Mangalore. Where did she send me? This college, everyone they know in my family. So again, over there, I was under the radar.
Okay.
So, like, it was. And now, so much time has also passed. So many, like how you were telling, so much time has passed, hating on things that have been done. And now again, like, I'm seeing my mom, I'm seeing her getting old. Now when she calls me, recent conversation that we have, I think maybe 6 months back, where I was showing how I tie my daughter's hair, and then she's got long, curly hair, okay? So other than styling the chamber, I'm putting clips and all on her hair. She was looking at it, and she started tearing up. She's like, എന്നാലും മോളെ, ഞാൻ നിന്റെ മുടി വാരുന്നെന്നെ എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയില്ല. And I was like, oh damn. And then she was like, നിന്റെ തലയിൽ ഒരു ക്ലിപ്പ് തന്നെ ഇടുന്ന എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയില്ല, സോറി മോളെ. I was like, and then I started getting a little emotional. I was like, it's okay, now I have long hair, put whatever you want on my hair. I was like, put whatever you want on my hair. And she really started tearing. So like, now when that realization is coming, I was like, why didn't you have these things before? Now also she's like, നിന്നെ കുറേ ഒന്നും ഞാൻ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. And I'm like, Mommy, I was crying to you about these things, Now she's telling, and now when she tells things like, regarding my face or something, I'm like, Mommy, please don't say these things. Now because I'm aware of it, I'll tell her, Mommy, like, these have traumatized me growing up. She's like, illa, ഞാൻ അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാം പറയുമ്പോൾ നീ എന്താ അന്ന് പറയാത്തെ? I'm like, how was I supposed to know that 10 years later or 15 years later this is going to traumatize me?
Yeah.
Now she's like, you're very beautiful and all that. She will say all these things now. I'm like,
Okay.
"Kaalalam poi." Like now I also know that I'm pretty, dude. Like, but it's fine. Like, thank you for the effort. So I'm also like, it's so sad that,
It took so long.
It took so long.
And also, when you're growing up in that kind of a situation, you like I had to. I think my early 20s, like all my 20s, it was just I തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടാനായിട്ട് that പോയ freedom ഇല്ലാത്ത ആ ഒരു സമയത്തിന് it's doing all kinds of nonsense that now when I think of it I'm like ഓരോന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പോയത് വീട്ടിൽ പറയാതെ I'm going on trips with friends
The
and stuff.
rage, that
It's
rage
just,
that was
like,
there.
it's not even people, maybe not even people that I know very well. And it's just like, yeah, trip പോവാ. It's like, ആരോടും പറയുന്നില്ല, ആരെ inform ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, എങ്ങോട്ട് പോവാ. I was like, sim ഉണ്ടോ? Like, what if something had happened? What if I had died? Now when I think of it, I'm like, it's like, how parents get worried about, that's how we think of my older self. I'm like, എൻ്റെ പൊന്നു കൊച്ചെന്ന് വീട്ടിലിരിക്കാവോ? At that time, it's like, no. I was like, and also like, when you've been, not allowed to go anywhere and, stay out anywhere. And then ആ സമയത്തൊക്കെ going clubbing is like, നമ്മുടെ ലൈഫിന്റെ പീക്ക് അല്ലേ നമ്മൾ ആരോടും പറയാതെ ലൈക്ക് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനോടൊക്കെ ക്ലബിങ് പോവാന്ന് പറയുന്നത് and it's like the things and now it's like I want to sit at home എനിക്ക് clubbing now I can like I have I can tell my parents ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് clubbing എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ I can go but I don't want to but ആ സമയത്ത് it's
Like
just
the turnaround is it's so funny, because now നമ്മളുടെ എല്ലാവരുടെ friends, Sarah, Gina, all these people, and they drive. I don't drive. Both of us are passenger princesses.
Sorry.
Sorry, what?
yeah, she also does now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
3. Are you a millennial?
Yeah.
Are you a millennial?
Yeah.
Oh my god. 3 millennials that don't drive. Perfect. No, but the thing is, even now that concern, now even when I think of my early 20s, I'm like, damn, what was I doing? Early 20s, like, kalyanam kayna, adu vera oru karyam. But now also when I'm thinking about my teenagers, and I was like, God, I've done some questionable things,
Yeah, you just try so hard to get that childhood that you didn't have.
Yeah.
You're buying all kinds of rubbish that you don't need. Any toy you see, and like, I want that. Because as a child, you couldn't afford it. Like, parents are like,
now I got my own money, watch me buy it.
Yeah, ഇപ്പൊ savings ന്റെ സാധനമില്ല കാരണം എല്ലാ സാധനവും
First of all, in this economy, savings is impossible. Okay? Screw capitalism.
So it's like all the trauma, you're like, it's time for me to be a child again. It's like, and so when they say that, it's time to get married, I'm like, no, actually, technically, I'm still 16. I have not reached, I have 14 years more
Left to reach this age.
So, ഞാനൊരു 44 ആകുമ്പോൾ കെട്ടിക്കോളാം കാരണം അപ്പോഴാണ് എനിക്ക് 30 ആവുന്നത്.
I'll tell you something. We are all like 12-year-old adults.
Yeah,
Like, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. Adult ആയിട്ട് 12 years ആയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. I still can't comprehend that 33-0 change is...
The thing is, now I've realized that, 30s are the peak.
yes.
I feel like
just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. And I feel everything I feel in this age, whether it comes to mental health, whether it comes to emotions, whether it comes to processing emotions, it is so much more clearer now about, all these things, whether it comes to drawing boundaries, even when it comes to cutting people off. I'm like, yeah, no, they don't add any value to my life. No, I don't think I want to be around them. It's so easy to do that now. Back then, we were like, Allah, like, it's fine.
Their feelings.
Their feelings. I'm like, yeah, now I'm like, bye. Not interested anymore. So much easier to do that now.
We're all grown up. Okay, we've almost come to the end of the podcast. So we usually end with, again, one self-reflection question. If you meet your 15-year-old self today for a cup of coffee, what will you tell that child?
You want to go first?
Okay, 15-year-old.
15-year-old or your younger self? Pick anyone from your younger self.
Okay, 15 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാ
I mean, that's just a random...
വീട്ടിലിരിക്കെ പെണ്ണെ. No, shit is just beginning. Oh my god, it's gonna get so much worse. It's going to get horrible. You're going to reach the pits of darkness and depression, but don't give up. It'll get really great. I mean, right now it's amazing. So you have to go through that. അത്ര പറയാനുള്ളൂ. Stay strong. Fighting. But oh my god, yeah, I wish I could hug her because she was 15-year-old me was very a little suicidal. And then it keeps going for like 10-15 years. The suicidalness goes. So, but it's okay. It'll get better, I know, but it's going to get so much worse.
Before it gets better.
Before it gets
And then
better.
Jesus finds you.
Yeah, and then it gets amazing. But yeah. Also, go to church, you nasty.
And you, Shazia?
Oh, I think the first thing I would do, like how Reshma said, I would give her the tightest hug, But I also, when I picture my younger self, I picture her looking at me like,
Oh yeah.
that's me? Like, I look like that? Oh my God. And whenever I've pictured this conversation so many times. It's not the first time I've done it. I see her and I see her looking at me and I want to give her the biggest hug and be like, you know, no matter what you think about yourself right now, you are so loved and so beautiful with oh my God, stop now. You are so loved and you are so beautiful, and like, how much ever you think that you're alone, there are going to be, like, family sure is everything, but you are going to find your own family. You're going to find your people. The people who love you, they are going to find you and they're going to shower you with so much love that you're going to believe at a point when you thought that it was impossible to be loved. You're going to believe that, you're going to think that, oh my God, it's actually not just what I thought, that, it's beyond that. People have loved me beyond the thought that I thought I could be loved. And you're going to realize that, it was never a problem with you. It was never a problem with your thoughts. Everything you have questioned and thought about since your childhood, all your questions get answered. All the fears that you have, you overcome those fears, except for clowns. That still is there. Like, I'm so sorry, but that fear is still there and she helps you with it. And, so many things about you don't change. The child that you are still watching anime, still crushing over fictional characters, still loving that whole aspect of what anime is to you, that is going to be a huge part of your life. That is going to be that is going to actually be something that people know you. That's going to be your call. It's so funny that
that's so cool, right?
like, it's going to be your calling. Like, imagine as a child you watch like, oh my God, I wish, like, like people would talk about this, and you are literally someone who talks about this all the fucking time, and people know you and love you for it. Like, that literally just
Great.
Don't stop crying. Bye.
I'll start crying. Thank you so much for coming, Reshma and Shazia. You didn't have to do this. You were really kind.
Girl.
So much.
Thank you for calling
Thank
us.
you so much for coming.
No worries.
Thank you for having us. Even
Call
though
me.
probably nobody cares.
You better care about us. And the men in the comment section.
Oh my God.
This life is a crash course. No grades, no rules, just lessons from the ride.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Yap session.
Sponsored by
Please sponsor.